This one is fairly a new recipe that I've discovered. Made a few alterations because you cannot find the nuggets of cookies and cream by Hershey. You can't find the Hershey nuggets. We've looked here, we didn't have those. So we just substituted that with the Hershey's cookie and cream bar, which is the same thing, but it's flatter, and it worked perfect. So this is a chocolate cake mix, okay? I'm sure you could do this with a white cake mix if you wanted to do white or yellow. I'm not sure yellow would be that good, but a white one would probably work, or the chocolate. So this one is called our cookies and cream bonbon cookies, okay? The bigger you make them, the more they look like a bonbon. The ones we made are a lot smaller. You can do little bite size, you can do larger cookies, you can round them off. Especially if you have that nugget, it gives it the filling. Now there's several ways that you can drizzle your chocolate on the top, okay? We have chose white chocolate. See, and this is a nice thin cookie. It kind of comes up in a hump, but this is where we've done it smaller, but we will show you how to do the bigger ones, okay? You can use, we went ahead and prepared cutting the, going ahead and breaking those up. If you wanted it to make it the nugget shape, just put 2 or 3 together and put your dough around that. Now with this one, you got to use your hands. Got to be able to pat out your cookie into a nice round circle. And with this, it is the same 1/4 cup of vegetable oil and your 2 eggs. Same thing, just a little bit different. You're putting something inside of the cookie. So there's many possibilities you can do with this one. You could put your favorite miniature, your favorite miniature candy bars. You could do Hershey Kisses. You could do little miniature York peppermints.
Would be really good.
The Andes mints. You could put those in there. You could put, my favorite would be the little bitty Snickers bars. The ones that you have to eat like 20 to get one. Yeah, I could eat at least 20 or 30 of those. So you could put that in there and fold it over. And instead of drizzling white chocolate, you could do, you can melt down the caramel chips and put on top, or the butterscotch. Like I said, with this, when you go home and you start thinking about what you could do with the cake mix, it is unreal how many recipes you can come up with just out of these 4 basic recipes.
And it's very cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're trying to make a dessert or make cookies, when you go to the aisle now to actually buy Pillsbury cookies in the roll, you're spending $4 or $5. And, I mean, most of the stuff you have at home in the cake mix is 99 cents.
Yeah.
So.
All the Food Club cake mixes are compared to brands like Duncan Hines, Betty Crocker. They're all compared to those national brands. We sell tremendous amounts at Food City of our, sounds like I'm really saying it's a great product, but I really buy these things at home. I don't stand here and tell you that, I'm using it just for this show. I really do. My kids, they don't know what name brands are. If it doesn't say Food Club or Value Time or Food City, they don't, they were raised on these products. So I know for a fact that these are good products. Give those cake mixes a try. They bake up wonderful cakes, they make wonderful cookies, and now you have some different ideas for some cobblers too. Okay. As you can tell, it comes out just like a cookie dough. She's gonna pat it out. Yeah, we're going to do the bigger ones. So, can you all see that, what she's doing?
It's like, I know this doesn't pertain to this, it's like pigs in a blanket.
Pigs, yeah. Like you take the little hot dogs, roll them in a biscuit.
All you just roll them up and put them back down on it.
And that's all you have to do, and those will bake out nice and round. And like I said, you could put 1, 2, 3, how many, how much ever filling you want in your cookie.
Yeah,
these are really, you could even take just plain Hershey's chocolates and put in there in a white cake mix and have white on the outside and chocolate on the inside. So there's all kinds of things to do. Now, when those came out of the oven, we let them cool on a cookie rack, and we used the microwaved chocolate, okay? This is a little easier than doing a double boiler, having to stir, make sure it's not scorching. It's pretty simple instructions. You just want to thin it out. You add vegetable oil just like you would with the big one. What is the one thing you do not want to put in this? Water. Why do you not want to put it in water? It will make this it will scorch, come up big balls of hard chocolate. It's really nasty. Looks like just big balls of sugar.
This
So you
chocolate
really,
and the almond bark are great to use for any type of melting or dipping, but we get calls all the time because they've messed it up.
yeah.
And it's water. Even if people that dip strawberries, they use this to dip your strawberry. If you wash your strawberries and then dip them in that, if your strawberries are wet, you've ruined your chocolate.
So you need to leave those out on a towel or on the counter or something with a towel under those, or on even one of your little racks there that you've bought for your cookies. You can put them on there and let them dry. Let them dry completely, because if you get water in that, just one little drop, you'll start seeing it really pick up. And I suggest not doing it around something with a lot of steam. You know, if you're in the kitchen and you've got pots going and there's steam, even that little bit of steam could really mess your chocolate up. So chocolate is something that you want to do, you know, and even in the double boiler, if you have too much water in there and the steam's coming up and going down in it, that kind of messes it up. So, you know, that's something to be careful. But this one is so simple. Pop it in the microwave, no more than a minute. Then you take it out and take your fork and stir it in, and it's already melted. And you can reheat it after it is set back. You can reheat it and it will melt just back the same. If you want to keep it, you can overwrap it and put it in the refrigerator. But this is, it even comes with the tray.
Yes, it does. The other one does not.
So you don't have to worry about anything. I mean, it's all in there.
You have to follow the instructions and heat it about 20 seconds, stir it, heat it about 20 more seconds. It does not take no time.
And see, and it will harden just like any of the almond bark chocolates. So that had just been melted, and we can reuse that to drizzle. You can drizzle with several different things when you're putting your toppings on your cookies. You can buy it in a squirt bottle, that like the magic shell that you put on something hot. You know, when you put it on when they're cold, and it will chill on your cookies. You could use magic shell, or you can buy pastry bags. Just a simple plastic pastry bag. You can get it at craft shops, anywhere cake supplies are sold. There may even be some on our cake aisle. This is something that we use in the bakery. Cake decorators. If you have a cake kit at home, you may already have these. This is a disposable bag. If you get them at a cake supply, they're usually smaller, little bags like that. All you got to do is, when that chocolate is hot, open your bag, pour it into the bag, and kind of seal it off at the top. Don't cut the bottom until you get your chocolate in there, and just cut a little bitty hole and just drizzle it over your cookies. So it gives you a nice texture. It's a Food Club Candy Quick candy coating, and this is the vanilla flavor. It was $2.19? $2.19 a pack with your value card. So it'd be worth having that. And just you know, if you wanted to split the pack in half and overwrap the other part, and when it comes out, you saw how easy it was to take that off the tray. You can reuse your tray again if you've got just a little bit. You know, break up that chocolate, empty it out.